So that's the Royal Canberra Show. So I want to thank Sam. Sam pulled that together. She did fantastic. So look, I want to do a couple of things today. I want to talk briefly about the RNCS, what we do, why we exist, and what we're planning to do. Then I want to spend a little bit of time talking about, David's told you a little bit about my background, which is quite varied. And I sort of went into 3 industries and knew nothing about those industries, so I had to apply certain principles to sound like I knew what I was talking about. So I want to sort of go through a couple of learnings that I've got through that, which you might find interesting or otherwise. So, first of all, the RNCS. So it's a not-for-profit. The Constitution, it says the main objective is promote the development of agricultural, pastoral, and horticultural industries in the ACT and the surrounding region. And I think it's really important in all not-for-profits that you don't lose sight of why you actually exist. So it's really important that the board and all of us in there understand that we exist to support that constitutional objective. So currently we do that through four events, which is the Royal Canberra Show, which you just saw some snippets of this year, the Poultry Show, which I think I spoke about at one of these events. Yeah. We just had the Regional Wine Show, and we've got the National Wine Show coming up. So we currently have 4 events in support of that constitutional objective. Wow. Where do we go to from here? If you've been following the media around the society over the last couple of years, it's been through some really difficult times financially, so we need to do a lot more than we do currently. We need to deliver much more events in support of the objectives. So we run 4 now, but in my eyes we run 2 or 3 more each year so that we've got a full calendar of events, all in support of the thing we're there to do. We've got to be better at promoting what we do. So one of the reasons I've joined groups like this is to get the word out about the Agricultural Society. One of the things that struck me, as a Canberran for about 39 years, I knew very little about what the society did, apart from run a show. Yeah. And my experiences, I go around speaking to people, is that they're the same. Nobody knows about the wine shows or the poultry shows. So part of it's getting the word out there. This is what the RNCS does. We do more than run a Royal Canberra show. Building relationships, number 3, again, this is what this is all about. It's part of building relationships, looking at opportunities, where we can collaborate, and also promoting what we do. We've really got to become a high-quality event management company, you know, and one of the things I'm trying to sort of do inside the organisation is really make that very clear to the board that we are event managers, and if we're going to really be successful, we need to be good at what we do, and all of those things hopefully can deliver some long-term sustainability for the RNCS. One of the things that really struck me when I came into this role, and I hadn't thought about it so much, is that everyone wants their society to be successful because nobody wants to lose a show, nobody wants to lose all those other events. So there's a real community feel saying, okay, we've got to make this thing work. We've got a long way to go, but the objective is to make it a successful organisation so that there's all these events in the long term. So that's what we're about, and that's the challenge for us to develop more events. I just want to talk about a couple of things though that you can tell from David's background. I've sort of gone into 3 industries over the last 20 years where when I went in, I really knew nothing about them. And I had to quickly learn my way through it. So when I started at Telstra, I was in a senior role in corporate relations. At the start of the privatisation process, I knew nothing about the telecommunication industry. I absolutely knew nothing technical. I'm not a technical person at all. Yet I had to go and talk to politicians and advisors and bureaucrats and other lobbyists, etc., and sound as if I knew what I was talking about. So I was in there for about 13 years. I then turned attention to the club sector in Canberra, president of the Burns Club. I've been a long time consumer of club products, but I knew very little about the other side of it. So I didn't know how to run a club, what are the issues, what are the challenges, what does the industry have to do. So when I became president of the Burns Club, it was on its knees. We had to firstly save the place and then try and turn it around. Wow. And we're in a bit of a journey, but it's still there and it's going okay. And then I came into this job in the Agricultural Society. I was asked to come in and see whether I could help turn it around. And I said to them at the time, I haven't been to the show for 30 years, so I've never run a show. And I know nothing about agriculture, it's not my background. So that's my starting point. So when I started thinking about this presentation, I went, see, 3 jobs, see nothing about it, but I've managed to get in there and do something. So what have I done?
Brilliant, well done.
So I just want to share some of these things that I've followed in each of these roles, which have worked for me. I'm not saying they're the silver bullet or they will work for you, but they might make you think and reflect on a couple of things. And I'm going to support it with a couple of quotes from a book I read recently, which is called Principles, funny enough, by a guy called Ray Dalio. I spent a lot of time reading books on professional development and self-development, read lots of them. This is one of the very, very best books of its kind that I've read. He started a company called Bridgewater, which is about the 5th largest private sector company in the world. one of those stories we started in his garage, and he's got this magnificent company. So a lot of the stuff he talks about really resonated with me. So my first principle is know what you don't know. So ego is a killer. So no ego. Find experts. And again, in each of those roles, I had no problem saying, I don't know what you're talking about. Speak to me. And it's a matter of finding the right people and experts. And so this quote from Dalio, I need to be right, but I don't care if the right answer comes from me. I just need to find the person that can help me with the right answer. So, and I think humility is such an important part of being successful in anything really. So in each of these roles I've gone into, it's like, I don't know what you're talking about, please help me. And I've done that in the show and in the club world. So that's been a really important one. The second for me is being a good listener, authentic versus respectful listening. When I was in Telstra, they send you on lots of courses in these big corporates.
Yes.
And I'd say 80% of them come out and haven't really picked up anything. They've been a waste of a day or two. But I went to one course which was on negotiation skills, which had a really big impact on me. And the presenters were a couple of American guys. And one of them was a guy who was a professional negotiator. So he'd been involved in hostage negotiations, strikes at the national level, whether it's airlines, transport, the likes. This guy came to it with an enormous amount of credibility. And one of the things he was talking about, what he called the difference between authentic and respectful listening. So respectful listening is, if I'm talking to you about my point of view, or somebody speaking to me, I'm listening, but all the time that you're talking to me, I'm getting my response to tell you why you're wrong. So I'm being respectful, but I'm actually just formulating, now I'm going to tell you why that's not the right way to look at things. Whereas authentic listening is obviously putting yourself in that other person's shoes and genuinely listening to what they're saying. And when he's saying, I think 80% of the people in this room are respectful listeners, and I was one of them. And I still have got to fight that habit because I think we all sort of tend to do that. This is my view, and I'm going to tell you why I'm right. So again, Dalio talks about this, where he says, take in more than you put out, so a lot of listening. And I think Bear talks about you've got 2 ears and 1 mouth, so it should be proportionate. And suspend judgment till you see things through others' eyes. So I found that a really important thing in sort of the work I've been really trying to understand what the person's trying to say to you and argue. The third one is about quality relationships and debits and credits. I was in Telstra when they had the American management. I don't know how close you used to follow this, but Salter here was the CEO and he brought all his American guys with him, a whole team of them. I worked for one of them, a guy called Phil Burgess, who was the spokesperson. And he used to talk about debits and credits. So for him, a relationship was about like a bank account. You build credits by doing things for people, so that they trust you, that you're accountable. If I say I'm going to do something, I'll do it. When we're in a discussion, there's mutuality, and we can all, in other words, we can both influence the discussion. He said, Athol, keep building credits, because you're going to have to have debits there one day. I'm going to have to do something you don't like. I'm going to have to criticise you or argue against you, but keep it in credit all the time. So every day I used to see Phil would say, "It built some credits today," and I go, "Yeah." So I really like that. For me, that works. So Dalio says, meaningful relationships build a culture of excellence. So it's all about building quality relationships off those things and building credits in those accounts. This one, audacious, I really like this one. Dalio says, if you limit goals to what you can achieve, you're setting the bar too low. In my personal life and professional life, I've found that. I think we all tend to underestimate ourselves about what we can achieve. Aim high, and you will surprise yourself. You'll achieve something you never thought you could do. So I really like that one. And the final one, building these quality. I think we've done that one. And build networks, which is what we're doing today. So it's all of the above. But I never fail to come away from one of these meetings with a business card or a conversation. We go, I think we can maybe do something. We should chat. We should chat about it. Okay, so that's, as I say, that's sort of what worked for me. That's the principles I follow. I hope you got something out of that. Thank you.
Now, who has questions for Athol? Does anyone have any questions about all that he does?
What?
What's your favourite local wine?
O'Leary. Nick O'Leary. Shiraz. Nick O'Leary Shiraz.
I'm just, I used to be in the horticulture industry as a worker, and I sometimes look at what a full-time wage is for someone who's, a standard worker in horticulture versus someone who's in the public service. There's quite a big gap.
Yeah.
Is there any way that horticulture can become more financially attractive for young people?
competing against government for wages, it's pretty hard to get people to come in to work in the place because they pay so well.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
I don't think.
Brilliant. Well,
George,
George.
George. This will be a good one.
you're obviously wearing lots of hats, Athol,
Yeah,
jumping from this to that,
yeah.
keeping it all organised is very important. But what is it that's really driving you to take on these roles?
I really had a moment. I did all that work at the federal level, and to be honest, at the end of it, A, I got fed up with politicians, and B, you would work really long hours and really, really hard, and at the end of the week you go, did it actually make any difference to anybody out there this week?
Yeah.
And the answer is no, you didn't move anything. So then I decided I would use what I've learned at that level in my local community. I mean, I love Canberra, so can I make some difference at that level? So in the Scottish community and through my piping in the Burns Club, turning me into that. And that's why I got involved in the club industry. I'm really pretty passionate about that. And that's really the reason I took up the society role, because again, I'm a really important local institution which is important that it survives. So that's what motivated me to take on these roles, because I want to try and at least make a difference. You know, so I get to the end of the week and said, yeah, I think I changed something. So
Yeah, no,
that's
well
really
done.
cool.
And that's, I can read why we do a lot of things, it's that passion, isn't it?
Yeah,
Well done,
yeah,
Nicole.
yeah.
Misty, interview Misty.
Last weekend you had the first sort of open wine tasting,
Yeah.
and then you're going to have another one on the 23rd of November. So how many came to that one, and how many do you want at the next one? So we've got a goal to head towards finding people.
So we got less than 50 at public wine tasting, which is a disappointing number, and I can make all sorts of reasons why that was the case, but anyway, that was the case. We need to get much, much more than that at the next one, but I think the challenge, now that we've done one wine show, this is the first time Sam and I've done the regional wine show, you do it, then you have a lot of learnings.
Yeah.
So here we've got wine experts in town for a week, but we only have 2 hours at the end of it the public can engage. So we need to be having engagement through the week with wine experts, whether it's workshops, tastings, those sorts of things, or tours to regional wineries and the like.
Yeah.
So I think we've got to get away from the notion of just 2 hours out of 1 week. I think we've got to change it.
Yeah.
And the same with the national wine show. They're in town for 2 weeks. The best wine people in the country.
Yeah, so do you know